Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, I am going to continue solving more questions from this chapter CRP5, Keith Williams General Navigation book. In my previous lectures, I solved first 30 questions from this chapter. In this lecture, I am going to continue solving the next questions. So let's start with question number 31. Flight level 250, outside air temperature 15 degrees Celsius, task 250 knots. Calculate Mach number. Now Mach number equals to true airspeed upon local speed of sound. So true airspeed is 250 knots. Local speed of sound we do not know. We can find that out. Local speed of sound is 39.17 square root of temperature in Kelvin. Now 39.17 square root of outside air temperature is minus 15 degrees Celsius. So convert that into Kelvin. Minus 15 plus 273 is equal to 258. Is equal to 258. So 39 root of 258 is 16. So 39.17 multiplied by 16 is 629 knots. Okay. So 250 divided by 629 is equal to 0.39. So Mach number is 0.3. Simple. Next, question number 32. Aircraft travels 100 statute miles in 30 minutes. How long does it take to travel to 15 nautical miles? 100 statute miles translates into 100 divided by 1.15, 87 nautical miles. So 87 nautical miles in 30 minutes will give you a speed of 174 knots. With this speed, you can travel 215 nautical miles in 1 hour 14 minutes. In 1 hour 14 minutes. That's your answer. Next. True airspeed, magnetic course, wind velocity given to you. Calculate ground speed. So true airspeed is 250 knots. Mhm. 250 knots. Course 212. Winds 160 at 50 knots. So ground speed will be equal to 216 knots. 216 knots. 216. Next question. Question number 34. Question number 34. True track is 180. Drift is 8 degree right. Compass heading is given to you. Deviation is given. What is variation? Now before finding variation, let's execute our step number 1, finding true heading. Now with starboard drift, heading is less than track. So with the 8 degree starboard drift and a track of 180, heading will be equal to 172. Okay. Now true heading, variation, magnetic heading, deviation. So I'll write here. True heading, variation, magnetic heading. Step number 2, deviation, compass heading. True heading is 172. Variation is unknown. Magnetic heading, compass heading is 195. Deviation is 2 degree west. Now deviation west, compass is west. Compass is more than magnetic. So magnetic will be 193 and variation will therefore be 193 minus 172, 21 west. Variation west magnetic will be best more than 2. So 172 plus 21, 193. So the correct option is 21 west. Option B, delta. Question 35. True track, drift given, compass heading, deviation given, calculate variation. Similar question. Step 1. Whenever there is a starboard drift, heading is less than track. So heading will be less than 175 and heading will be equal to 175 minus 10, 165. So true heading, variation, magnetic heading, deviation, compass heading. True heading 165, magnetic deviation compass heading 195, deviation 3 west. So magnetic heading will be 192. Deviation west, compass will be best. Now 192 minus 165 is 27. So 27 west will be your variation. Next. True course, drift given, variation, deviation given, calculate compass heading. So step 1, step 1, with starboard drift, heading will be less than track. So with 8-degree starboard drift, heading will be less than course of 300. So heading will be 300 minus 8, that is 292. So now true, variation, magnetic, deviation, compass. Heading 292, variation 10 west, deviation 4 west, minus 4 means 4 west. Now what is magnetic heading? Variation west, magnetic will be best. So 292 plus 10, 302, and deviation west, compass will be best. So 302 plus 4, 306. So your compass heading will be 306. Next, true track, variation, deviation, drift given. What is compass heading? Starboard drift again. Starboard drift. Your heading is going to be less than your track. So 10-degree will be heading less than 352. So heading will be equal to 352 minus 10, 342 degrees. So true heading, variation, magnetic, deviation, compass. True heading is 342. Variation is 11 west. Magnetic will be what? 342 plus 11. Variation west, magnetic west. So 353. Deviation minus 5 or 5 west. So 353 plus 5 is 358. So compass heading will be 358 degrees. Question 38. True track is given to you. Variation is there. Deviation is there. Drift is there. What is compass heading? Again, starboard drift. Heading is less than track, right? So 10-degree right is your starboard drift. Heading is less than 070. So heading will be equal to 070 minus 10, 060. Okay. So true, variation, magnetic, deviation, compass. True heading 060. variation 30 west, deviation 1 east. Variation west, magnetic will be best. So magnetic will be more than 2. So 060 plus 30 is 090. Deviation east, compass is least. So compass is less than magnetic. 090 minus 1, 089. Task through heading winds given to you. What is drift and ground speed? So task is 70. Through heading is 270. Winds 205 at 30. So ground speed is 256. Ground speed is 256. True course is 276. Now what is true heading? True heading. So ground speed is, true course is 256. Heading is 270. Now whenever course or track is more than heading, you experience what kind of drift? You experience starboard drift, right? You experience starboard drift. So here you are getting a starboard drift of 6 degree right. So what is drift angle? It is 6 degree right. Ground speed is 256. 40. Again similar question. What is ground speed? So task 270, heading 45, winds 205 at 30. So ground speed is 298. Ground speed is 298. Course is 43. Heading will be equal to 45. Now whenever heading is more than course, that condition is port drift. Port drift. So over here port drift of 2 degrees. You have a 2-degree port drift. Simple. So this concludes our lecture for now. I will do the next 10 questions in my next video lecture. So don't miss that video lecture. Maintain consistency and you will soon be proficient in solving all questions based on CX3 or normal formula based questions like this. I'll see you in my next video lecture. Till then keep practicing. Practice from Oxford as well. All the best.